Alright, Shalom Makims. Make sure y'all should be able to see me. Alright, switch up the camera angle just a little bit. So y'all can see me. First and foremost, before we get into anything, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory, of course, to Yahawashi, our double honor selves and apostle, the great millstone. We're all in time in his truth and a sincere salutation to the brother pushing his word through truth and sincerity. This is life for him to do so. Alright, the brother Barak, come back out here with another one. Okay, giving all praise, honor, and glory be unto the Father and the Son, Yahawashi, Which you guys in the call of God in Jesus Christ. Alright. And yeah, man, we're back here with another one, man. Another day, another hour, another second, another month. Okay. Back here to push this word through the spirit of power of Yahawashi. Alright. The topic today is gonna be Israel's get back, basically, man. Alright, we always talk about basically how Israel's down bad, 2/3 gonna perish. Alright, all in all, man, Israel wins in the end. Okay, realistically, we've always been the underdog, man, ever since we became a nation in the first place. Ever since we've been named Israel, man, we've always been that underdog nation, man. Okay, what I mean by the underdog nation is that we've always had the odds stacked against us. Okay, we've always had those odds stacked against us, man. Alright, so with that being said, man, Israel's gonna become one, okay, but obviously in the kingdom, okay, not right now. Alright, but we're in the process of that, man. Clearly you see that with the house of David, which the house of David is obviously the men, the prophets, all here pushing his word through truth and sincerity. Okay, the men that you see out here laboring, doing the sit downs, okay, you see them doing videos, putting videos out, those are the Lord's men, man. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna jump right into it, man. We're not gonna spare no time, man. We're gonna jump right into this lesson, man. Alright. And we're going to jump off in Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16, okay? Because ultimately, man, Israel's going to be changed, man, okay? That's what it's ultimately going to have to come down to. This flesh does us no justice, man, with the word, okay? The flesh does us no justice with the word, man, okay? All right? And ultimately, man, we all need mercy. I'm going to be real with you, okay? Jake as a whole needs mercy, man, even the elect, okay? Right? But only the elect's going to receive mercy on this side, man. They're obviously taking that second chance and Lord gave them. And last week we went into grace, it's lucky. Let me push the camera back a little bit. Kind of feels weird. Alright? But last week we went into grace, the topic of grace, which we're in that time right now. Alright, we're in grace right now. Okay? We're in that grace period right now. You obviously have grace and you have the law, statutes, and commandments, man. Okay, basically went into those two because people believe that because we have grace, we need to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, man. We're exempt from everything. No. Okay? Grace is put in place so that we can follow the law, statutes, and commandments better in the flesh. Okay? Right? Because, before that, we had a sacrificial lamb, which was a physical animal. Okay? There's a reason why they call Yahawashi that physical lamb. Okay? The sacrificial lamb is because we had to get an ultimate sacrifice so that we can, repent. Okay? Right? So he's referred to that as an analogy. Okay? So we're going to get Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16. All right? We're going to open up with that. And you know what? Let's start at verse 10. Okay? It says, "And it shall come to pass that thou shalt show this people all the words which they shall say unto thee." Who's they? That's the prophets. Okay? The prophets will put in place, set up in place, okay? Given the spirit of Yahawashi to push the word onto his people. Okay? Right? The same people that you look at, alright? Obviously we have Jake, okay? Right? Those are the real leaders of our nation. Okay, those apostles obviously have them and the other men below them, right? Okay? Because even Yahawashi had disciples, but even the disciples had people under them. Okay? Example, Jeremiah and Barak. Barak was underneath Jeremiah. Okay? He was, I believe, an epistle. Okay? Right? He followed Jeremiah. Okay? And that's when we go into the book Barak in the Apocrypha. Okay? Barak is an epistle to, or follower of who? Jeremiah. Okay? Alright? And Barak's actually mentioned in the book of Jeremiah as well. Okay? Alright? Because he was a follower of Jeremiah. Jeremiah, obviously, that's how it goes, man. Okay? And all that is order, by the way. Okay? All that is order. Okay? Right? So we're going to keep going. It says, "Wherefore hath the Lord pronounced all the great evils against us," right? Which is what our enemies would come against us in the last days. Obviously, us going into captivity. Okay? Right? Jay going into captivity. Okay? All those evils that set against us was ultimately us to turn away from the Lord. Okay? Because that's what caused us to turn away from the Lord in the first place, man. us disobeying the commandments, the Lord putting us into captivity as punishment, okay, right? Our enemies coming up against us, okay, and ruling over us. Those are all the great evils that's what would come against us, man. Okay. Obviously, too, to further prove that, we have the curses, all right? Throughout, really and truly, Deuteronomy chapter 28. That's not all the curses that's actually in the Bible. There's more curses throughout the whole Bible, man, and Old Testament. Okay. There's curses all throughout the Bible, man. Okay. That's a real curse, man. Not no swear word. The real curse is from the Lord, man. Okay. When you put a curse on someone, that's a curse. Okay. You know, you say salak rayam, like death to you or something. You're putting a curse, man. Okay. You're putting a curse on someone. Okay. So that's what that is, man. All right. So the curses are clearly against us, man. All right. And it's actually the spirit that actually mentioned the commandments last week in that topic. Okay. Because the commandments, if we were to keep the commandments, what would happen? We would go into captivity. All right. I just want to make sure I'm reading. I didn't even remember if I pressed the button. Right there. All right. So that's what would happen, man. All right. That's why we're in the predicament we're in. Okay. All right. Jake's all effed up because they're under the curses, man. Okay. Right. You see Jake strung out on drugs. Right. You see Jake bugged out. All those things that you see Jake going through, single motherhood, feminism. You know, mental illness. Literally mental illness. You have drug abuse, which drug abuse lines in with mental illness and trauma. Okay, right. A lot of people like to use that as a cult, but that's what it is, man. Okay, and that's actually part of the curses. Okay, that would go through those things. Okay, but you see Jake strung out on basically the philosophies of Babylon. Okay, indulging themselves in the flesh, which is what, again, drugs, the things of this world. You know, vain shit, man. Okay, shit that doesn't even matter. Okay, especially in these times. You know, maybe back in the 1960s, oh yeah, concert, you know, all the fun shit. Okay, but realistically, man, we're especially in these times, man. There's no time to play games. You know. Right? This is the time you got to get in order, you know? All right? And getting in order is you building yourself up for the times to come. That's what getting in order is, man. Okay? You can't physically prepare for what's to come, okay? But you can spiritually prepare yourself, okay? You can build up that faith, you know? Right? It says, what is our iniquity, meaning our transgression, or what is our sin that we have committed against the Lord our power? Verse 11. Then thou shalt say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me, meaning our forefathers, which is us in the reincarnation anyways, all right? Okay, we're those same people that went on the ships and stuff. Okay, we went on the ships, okay, right? You know, you like to see Jake went on the ships, okay, right? I'll take it back even further. Jake is those same people that was in Egypt. The hieroglyphs, the same people that were in Rome that crucified Yahawashi, okay? We just keep coming back, man, okay? Because that's how it works, man, okay? Everything's recycled, and I can prove that in Ecclesiastes, but we're not going to get there now, okay? There's nothing under the sun. The same way these captivities keep rising, and they're wicked, and what does every captivity have in common? I mean, every rulership have in common, man, okay? They had some form of Israelite, okay, beneath them, basically in captivity, you know, servitude. Every single empire that has been great in even Israelite empires, man. Okay, that's how wicked Jake is. Jake enslaved their own people, right? But yeah, okay, that's what you have, man. Okay, every single rulership has had some sort of hold or captive type state against Jake, man. Okay, right? It says, "Ye have forsaken me," said the Lord power, have walked after other gods and have served them and have worshipped them and have forsaken me and kept not my law. Okay. All right, and again, that's the spirit, because we went into that last week as well. We went into the idols, okay, all right, which that's part of, that's a big part of the reason why Jake is in the way the condition they're in is because of, what's the word I'm looking for? The idols, the idol worshiping, man, okay? Jake is really big into idol worship, man, and even still to this day, okay? Just look at Jake, man. Jake is a big idol worshiper. Like, this is the thing, too, because when you look at these other nations, yeah, they have their idols, but they stick to that one idol. You don't see a whole group, a bunch of them go to Christianity, okay? Go into Buddhism, okay? They don't do that, man. You see them as generally as a whole nation. Of course, you have, you know, the little branch offs and stuff. But as a whole nation, man, they're all with that one power, man. Okay, even though it's idol, but the concept of them being with one power is still there. Okay, Jake, no. Jake's all over the place. Jake's a Moor, Jake's a Christian, Jake's a Buddhist, Jake is a Muslim, right? Jake is a Egyptologist, Jake is a pro-black, like, you have all these things, man. Jake's an atheist, you know? Right, that's why I've been seeing a lot of social media, a lot of Jakes becoming atheists, man. Like, it's in their bios, you know? They talk about it in their statuses, right? So again, man, side of Jake is going to be put to shame, if you will, okay? Because, hey, man, when that time comes, everyone does it, man. When death is really looking you in the eye, man, that's when you really call upon God, okay? That's what's going to happen, but nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to help you in that time, man. Okay, great death is going to come, okay? Right? So it says, I worship them, and have forsaken me and not kept my law, verse 12. And ye have done worse than your fathers, right? Because every captivity, every time when we come back, Jake gets worse and worse. Okay? Jake gets worse and worse. Every single time, man. Look at every single captivity. I can go over them. From Egypt, okay? Persian and Medes, Samaria, Babylon, okay? Right? You have the Greek Empire, you have the Roman Empire, okay? Like, come on, man. You have all these empires. Jake continues to get worse and worse. Like, you thought Egypt was worse, you know, they denounced the Lord, obeyed his direct orders, even when the Lord fed them, okay, in the wilderness, made food rain down, the Lord said, don't keep the food, I'll give you fresh food the next day. What happened? Jake still disobeyed, right? So again, man, that's a perfect example of that. Okay, ye walk after the imaginations of his evil heart, okay, which means, right, they may not have shaken unto me. They may not hearken unto me, meaning listen. Verse 13, therefore I will cast you out of this land into the land that you know not. There you go. So that's where you get, obviously, the concept is like foreigners. Hey, man, what do we always say time and time again? Jake was outcasted out of Israel, man. Okay, we were literally kicked out of our land, okay? All right, and how did that happen? You know, you had the Roman seed. The Roman seed was the final part of that, man. Okay, because, you know, you obviously started Jake in that land, okay? But as a grand scale, man, Jake was fully pushed out of that by the Romans. Okay, they were fully pushed out by the Romans in 70 AD. Okay, full on pushed out, man. Okay, so you had Jake's what? You had Jake's obviously separated. Majority of them went to West Africa, okay, or the African nations, all throughout. Okay, you have Jake. It don't matter what part, west, north, east. It does not matter. There's Jake scattered throughout the whole land, man. Main part that they went, I believe, was north. If I'm not mistaken, north and west. Okay, West Africa, which West Africa is really big on Jake. Okay, Nigeria, Ghana. Okay, right? Those are some examples. But yeah, man, you had Jake pushed out from the land of Israel, man. Okay, and what did they say? They said land of Israel is what? In Africa, right? So that again, Jake fled from Israel, all right, from Roman persecution all the way to Africa. Okay, all right. So that's what you had happen, man. All right. Neither ye nor your fathers, okay, and ye shall serve other gods day and night, whether I shall show ye no favor, right? So we're going to serve those other gods, meaning in captivity, okay? That's why Jake was beaten, right? Right? Watch those slave moves. What happened? Okay, what's your name, right? Kutikente, whatever the hell that shit was, okay? Right? Beat his name out of him, beat Jesus Christ idol into him, right? Beat the image into him. Okay, that's what you had happen, man. Okay, same thing. The Egyptians did the same thing. Okay, the Egyptians did the same thing, and what were they doing? They were the Romans did the same thing as well, right? They were killing Israelites that were keeping Israelite customs, man. Okay, I went into that already. Okay, but they weren't allowed to keep the Sabbath, man. If they were caught keeping the Sabbath, they were killed. If they were caught keeping any high holy days, caught keeping the Sabbath, caught wearing fringes, or man, they were killed, man. Okay, so they were forced to become Hellenized, man. Okay. Meaning Jews that adopted Greek-like customs, meaning the heathens' customs. Okay, so that's what you have. All right. Verse 14 says, therefore, behold, the days comes of the Lord power, that it will be no more said, the Lord liveth, that brought the children out of the land of Egypt, right? Because that is a thing of the past. All right. So what's coming up now is that it's going to be the Lord brought out the children of Israel out of the land of the north, which is what? North America. That's going to be the main deliverance. Okay. Obviously, you have the elect across four corners of the earth. They're going to be delivered throughout the four corners of the earth. But the main place is going to be here in America, man. All right, because this is the headquarters. This is Babylon itself. All right, the virgin out of Babylon itself, man. This is going to be the main headquarters where the main judgment takes place. And obviously, you're going to have over there in the Middle East. You're going to have World War III pop off in the Middle East. That's why you have all those nations beefing over there, man. Okay. Every time there's some sort of peace across the four corners of the earth, where's the main battle and all the time, day in and day out, bombings and killings are happening. Where's it happening? The Middle East. Okay? Because that's prophecy. Okay? That's prophecy. These people think there's going to be peace in Palestine. There's never going to be peace in Palestine. As long as those nations are over there, okay? As long as those nations are over there, you have Ishmael and you have Esau over there. Okay? And they're beefing over that land of Palestine, which is the land of, basically the land of Israel, man. All right? They're all up in Jordan, Jerusalem, Okay, you have the land of Israel, then you have Palestine. Okay, all that, man. Okay, that's our land. Okay, that's why there's beef going on up in there, man. Okay, right? And you have the, what do you have? You have the nations. You have like the Russians, Iraq, and all them. They're what are they doing? They're supporting. Okay, they're supporting Ishmael. Okay, and then you have America backing up Israel, man. Okay, so that's all prophecy right there. All right. It says, verse 15, it says, "But the Lord liveth, which brought up the children out of Israel from the land of the north." Okay? Right? So obviously the land of the north is not, obviously not the land of the north, but people would assume it to be a direction, right? So, right, you don't call it North America, man. These people call it Canada, okay? America, right? And then you have Central America as well, which you also have a part of South America, is right? It says, "In all forms of land, whether he had driven them," right? Which also, when you go into the book of James, it actually tells you this. Okay, because it talks about the Israelites being scattered abroad. Paul spoke about it as well. Okay, right? So again, it's in the New Testament as well. Right? It's not just the Old Testament, right? It's not an old concept, right? It says that from the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into the land that I've given unto their fathers, right? Okay, because the Lord made a covenant with the forefathers, right? You have Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, so those three men, okay, right, which was the beginning for Israel, man, okay, which the Israelites came out of Isaac, right? They came out of Isaac, right? And the Lord promised that land to Israel from generation to generation, okay? Right, I gave unto their fathers, verse 16, it says, "Behold, I will send for many fishers, and saith the Lord." It says, "And they shall fish them, and I will send for many hunters." All right. So right now, okay, we have the prophets obviously. Who are they fishing for? They're fishing for the elect. Okay, right? They're fishing for the elect. Right? You have the elect. That again, they just said across the whole earth, scattered. Okay, and I can get James to obviously prove it as well. I can read the letters from Paul. Okay, right? Paul was doing the same thing. Paul wasn't just in Israel. He wasn't just in Rome preaching. Okay. Paul ventured out, man. Paul was put in jail too. Okay. Paul had, again too. Paul had followers as well. Okay. Paul had followers as well. Okay. And Paul wrote to the Israelite foreigners, man. Okay. He wrote about Israelite foreigners, man. Okay. Even them gutter ass will tell you the same thing. Okay. They know that too, man. Okay. They're actually smarter than you think. Them gutter ass, they know. Okay, because they study too. Okay. Con.